If you're an artist that wants to stand out, save money, and make better music, this video is for you. So, why does learning how to mix as an artist help you achieve those things? Well, number one, it helps you create a unique sound. So, if we look at artists like Eam Triplin, who, if you don't know who he is, he had a few big songs blow up last year or a couple of years ago, and he was a big underground name. But he started off as a producer on YouTube. So with that producing knowledge and production, he would have learned how to manipulate vocals and stuff like that, which can come down under the mixing category. And from that, he was able to create himself a unique sounding type of vocal, which was different to anything else on the market, and yeah, just helped him stand out a lot more. Same sort of thing with 4Bats, who's that big artist that everyone's calling an industry plant at the moment. Although himself as the artist might not have known how to mix his vocals, his engineer would have, which gave him that unique high-pitched sound and voice, which helped him stand out from the crowd, especially with his look and stuff. So if you knew how to mix your own songs, you could play around with settings until you found something that you liked that made you stand out from everyone else. And you could create something unique, which would ultimately make you stand out from the crowd and help your music career grow a lot quicker. Number two, it makes your song release a lot cheaper. This is obviously because you don't have to pay an engineer to mix your songs. This means you can put out more music more regularly, grow your fan base quicker, and you'll have more money left over in your budget for your songs to pay for promotion, ads, then however you promote yourself, you can pay for it with your extra budget. So yeah, that's going to grow your career a lot quicker. An example of this is Russ. Whether you like him or not, like his music or not, he started off with mixing, mastering, writing, producing everything himself, and now he makes more money than a lot of major artists that might have more fame than him at the moment. But also it allowed him to release one song every week, which was really the growth to his career, was the fact that he was able to release one song every week. So obviously he didn't need a budget as such for his production and stuff, or his mixing. To create the song, he didn't need a budget. Number three, it gives you more control over your song. If you know how to mix, then you can translate the sound in your head much easier and a lot quicker, because you know exactly what to do and how to do it, and you have the tools to basically achieve the desired sound that you want. Even if you do learn the basics of mixing and you decide, my songs don't come out as good compared to when I pay someone that's just their job to do it, to mix your songs, then at least you'll have an understanding and a basic knowledge of how to do it, which will then help you if you have any issues with the engineer, or have any suggestions of what you want the engineer to do. You can tell them a lot easier, and then they don't have to translate the words you're saying. You can just say the actual words, which will help them a lot more to get the sound that you want. Also, your results and your potential results of your songs, or the quality of your songs, won't be limited by someone else's skill level. Because say if you pay this one engineer, then your mix is only going to sound as good as he is able to make it sound good. So if he's not a very good engineer, then he could be limiting or holding back your career. Whereas if you learn to do it, then it's all under your control. So you have 100% creative freedom, 100% control over how your song comes out and how it sounds. An additional point that I didn't write down on here actually is that if you know how to mix and you know what a good mix sounds like from trial and error, from doing it yourself, then say when you get yourself a bit more money and you can afford to pay for an engineer, you will know what a good engineer's mix sounds like, and you'll know who's the best of the ones you can afford and stuff like that. Overall, the whole thing just gives you a better understanding of music and how to get the best result, which then leads me on to my final point, which was literally what I just said. It gives you a greater understanding of music in general. So, for example, Drake and Noah 40, although this was Noah 40's sort of signature or his idea, was that whole moody, like sad lover boy sort of sound that they created back in the early 2010s or late 2000s. He that was that was from Noah 40's knowledge in mixing, from the fact that they knew that if they lowered the sample rate on a sound or a sample, it basically removes a load of frequencies, which then gives it quite a underwater feel, which is different to having a low pass filter, if you know what that is yet. Because I'm assuming people watching this video might be looking to get into mixing but don't know much about mixing yet. So yeah, the reason they were able to create that sound was from Noah 40's knowledge. Now, obviously, that's not Drake, the artist himself, but if you had that knowledge and you could do that, then you could create your own sound and genre, which would therefore help you make better music, further grow your career, and yeah. So, how can you get started? Well, luckily for you, I've created a free beginner's guide to mixing vocals, or mixing in general, but it's sort of structured around mixing vocals. Yeah, plus I thought I'd give you 10 free beats, royalty free beats with the stems, help out artists. Artists have helped me out throughout the year, so I thought I'd give back. The link to that is going to be down below in the description and the comment section. Yeah, I'll just make it like the first link or something like that, and then yeah, you'll find it there. It's in collaboration with this new company called The Beat Folder, which is basically they're still in the development process of building their business and getting their website and stuff all up and running. But basically, what that will be a place where artists can get beats in big bundle packs for a good price, so that they don't have to worry about the cost of production. Also, the aim is to teach artists how to make their own songs from scratch, basically mixing, mastering, how to promote and release their songs. And yeah, they'll be in like ebook forms, similar to the beginner's vocal mixing guide, which if you download it, you'll see how that's laid out. And yeah,